This video is going to cover Unit 20-2, Arithmetic Operations on Angular Measured in Degrees, Minutes, and Seconds. Now, when we're dealing with operations, math operations with degrees, minutes, seconds, we have to be aware that when we regroup, that 1 degree is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 degrees. We always have to keep that in mind. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is add, and that starts on page 534. We're going to add 2 angles, 16 degrees, 35 minutes, and then we're going to add to that 57 degrees, 16 minutes. Okay, so 35 plus 16 would be, let's see, 1151, 1373. So 73 degrees and 51 minutes. Now, we're not more than 60 minutes, so there is no regrouping in this one. So let's take a look at example number 2. We have 68 degrees, 50 minutes, and then we're going to add to that 67 degrees, 42 minutes. Okay, so as we add the minutes together, first we're going to say 92 minutes. And we add the seconds, we're going to have 135 degrees. Okay, so we look at the minutes. We have more than 60, so I need to take 1 degree out of here, which is in the form of 60 minutes. So I take that out, and what I have left is 32 minutes. So I have to add that 1 degree over to here. So that's 136 degrees. So it's 136 degrees, 32 minutes. Now let's take a look at example 3. So what we have is 59 degrees, 43 minutes, 35 seconds, and to that we will add 77 degrees, 31, right? 31 minutes and 48 seconds. Okay, so let's add this up. So we have 83 seconds. Now, at this point, if you wanted to, just like you could here, but you can take out the 1 minute right here and regroup it to the minutes if you want to. We can see that this is more than 60 seconds. So we know there's a minute in here that I can take out. But the way I do it is I just continue doing the adding, and I will do the regrouping at the end. That's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way. You can take the 60 seconds out of here that make 1 degree, add it up here, and then continue if you want. It doesn't really matter. So we will have, the way I do it, we have 74 minutes, and then we'll add the degrees. We've got, let's see here, 136 degrees. So I will take 60 away from here. So that leaves me with 23 seconds. I will add the 1 here to get 75, and then take 60 away. And that leaves me with 15 minutes then I add the 1 here, so 137. So 137 degrees, 15 minutes, and 23 seconds in the end. Okay, now let's talk about subtracting. Let's have fun. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's do that first example on page 535. So I have 134 minutes, or degrees rather, 53 minutes, 46 seconds, and I'm taking away 84 degrees, 22 minutes, and 19 seconds. Okay, so there's no borrowing in this one. I know that because all of the lower numbers are smaller than the larger numbers. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the subtracting. So 46 minus 20 is 26. So this is 27. Shortcut that I do. 31 and 50. So that one was pretty straightforward, no regrouping required afterwards or before. So let's go ahead and take a look at example number 2. 79 degrees, 15 minutes minus 31 degrees, 46 minutes. Okay, so we start over here. 15 minus 46 is something that I can't do. I cannot subtract a larger number from a smaller number unless I am a member of Congress, and I am not a member of Congress, so I can't go in the hole on this one. So I have to borrow. So I will borrow from here. I will borrow 1 degree and leave that one at 78 degrees. And add 1 degree right there, which is in the form of 60 minutes. So 60 plus 15 is 75. I can just go ahead and change that 1 to a 7 and then continue on. So that would be 29. So 29 minutes and then 47 degrees. All right, so let's move to, that was at the bottom of page 535. I'm not sure if I had mentioned that yet. Okay, so that's subtraction. Now we're going to be doing more subtracting when we get to unit 20-4. So for right now, that's pretty good for our subtraction. Now let's do multiplying. On page 537. Okay, that's where it starts. Let's take a look at what this first one looks like. We have 32 degrees, 18 minutes, and we are multiplying that by, what was that, 3 or 4? 4. 4. Now, this is going to be different from the way we have done other multiplications. So, in the past, what you would do is you would take 4 times 8, it's 32, so you put a 2 down here and put a 3 right there, multiply the 4 times the 1, and add that, and put that number down there, and carry. We're only going to multiply 4 times the 18 first, and then 4 times the 32. We'll do them separately. So 4 times 18 is, 4 times 10 is 40, so 72. And 4 times 30 is 120, so this is 128. Now, I have more than 60 here, so I have to, and I only have one more, so I can only subtract 60 one time. So I'll take 60 minutes out of there, or in other words, 1 degree, and I'm left with 12 minutes. So I have to regroup that over to here and add it to that, so I have 129 degrees and 12 minutes. So let's do another multiplication. Let's do example 2 on page 538. We have 43 degrees. Get that in there, right there. 28 minutes and 45 seconds. And we are multiplying that by 5. Okay, so once again, I'm going to multiply it by each one individually. So 5 times 45 is 225. And those are my minutes. 5 times 20 is 100. So that's 140. And then 5 times 43 is 200, 215. So 215 degrees. Now, I obviously have more than 60 here, but how many more? How many minutes do I take out of here? So 1 minute is 60 seconds. So if I take 60 out of here, I'll still have more. So let's say 2 minutes is 120, so I'd still have more. 3 is 180. 4 would be 240. Okay, so I don't have quite 4, so I'll take out 3. So I'll take out 180. And that leaves me with 45. So I took 3 out of here. So I have to add 3 to this. So that's 143. And how many degrees can I take out? I can take out 2, which is 120. If I go any more than that, it'll be over 143. So I'll take out 120, which is 2 degrees. And what I'm left with is 23 minutes. And so I have to add 2 to this. So the end result is 217 degrees, 23 minutes, and 45 seconds. That's multiplying. So, do they give me... I want to do one more example of this. One more example of multiplication before we go into the division. And it's on page 540. We'll come back to the division in a moment. I just wanted to do one more example here. I want to do... No, that was not enough. How about number 19? Oh, that's not going to be enough. Well, almost. Let's look at number 19 on page 640. 10, 21. So 10 degrees, 21 minutes, and 12 seconds. And we're multiplying that by 4. Okay, so 4 times 12 is 48. 4 times 21 is 84. And then 40 degrees. Okay, so I don't have anything here. I don't have more than 60. So there's nothing to pull out of here. But I do have 1 degree in here that I can pull out. and in the form of 60 minutes. So we have 48 seconds and 24 minutes. Add that one there, and you get 41. So 41 degrees, 24 minutes, and 48 seconds. Edit. Okay, now let's move to the division. Ta-da, I just erased all of that, just that quick. Yes, I have a Sharpie eraser. Okay, dividing, which starts on page 538. Okay, so the first example is 78 degrees, 31 minutes, divided by 2. Okay, so 2 goes in, so just like with the multiplication, I'm going to divide the degrees first, totally, and then any regrouping that needs to be done, I'll regroup, and then I will divide the minutes, and then if there were seconds, I would do the same thing with the seconds, which we'll see in a moment. So 2 goes into 78. Let's see here, 3, 2 goes into 18 9 times. Okay, so that would be 78. So there's nothing to carry over. See, 2 goes into 31 15 times. 15 times 2 is 30. 30 with 1 minute left over. So I have 1 minute. And so I can write that as, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to write it as 39 degrees, then 15, and remember we take the remainder and put it over top of the number out here, which gives us 1/2. So it would be 15.5 minutes. Now, half of a minute can be regrouped as 30 seconds. So 39, to complete it, 39 degrees, 15 minutes, and 30 seconds. All right, so that is how we would write that. Now let's see, example number, where is it? Number 2. Okay, it's on the top of page 539. Let's see, what do we have here? We have 3 going into 128 degrees, 37 minutes, and 21 seconds. Okay, so 3 goes into this, 40, 42 times 42. 42 times 3 is 126, with 2 left over. And if I carry over 2 degrees, then that is 120 minutes. So 120, and I would add those to get 157. So 3 goes into 157. Let's see here. 52 times that is 156. with 1 left over. So I would carry that over to here. So that's 60 minutes. So 60 is 81. 3 goes into 81. Oh, let's see here. 3 goes into 8, twice, 27 times. So that's 42 degrees, 51 or 52 minutes and 27 seconds. Now, after doing this, I realized I want to take another look at the way this was done. Now, the way this was done, the way I did this is just fine. But you might be saying, well, I carried over the 1 as 60 seconds. The 1 minute is 60 seconds. So what if I'd have done that up here? What if I would have carried this 1 over as, because there was no seconds there, that's why I did it the way I did it. Plus it just shows you another way to do things. I could have carried this 1 over here to be 60 seconds. And then 2 goes into 60 30 times. So it would have still been, that's minutes, that's seconds. It would have still been the same thing. As going through this, I realized that there was one other way that I could have done this. I could have carried that 1 over as seconds instead of making the fraction of 1/2 and then analyzing out half of a minute is 30 seconds. So either way, it worked out. And I just thought of that. So things do pop into my head. So one more of these. Let's look at number 33 on page 540. Yeah, why not? 278 degrees. What do we have here? 5 minutes and 57 seconds. All of that divided by 3. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. Okay, 3 goes into 27, see 9 times. 3 goes into 8, 2 times. So we have 276. There's 2 left over. Now I have to bring this in as 2 degrees is 120 minutes. So that's going to be 125 minutes. So 3 goes into this 41 times. So that's going to be 123. I've got 2 left over here. So I need to add 120 to this. So this is going to be 177. 3 goes into 17 5 times. 27. So 9. 59. Oh, that worked out nice and neat. So 92 degrees, 41 minutes, and 59 seconds. Okay, so that's one way to do this. Another way to do it is to use the calculator. So I haven't even shown you how to use the calculator with any of these yet, and I've done that's on purpose. I wasn't even going to do it this time, but I figure why not? Calculators are tools. There's my degrees minute second button right there. I'm going to show you how I use that. I want to see if I can get both that and, I can't. I'd rather have you see the screen than the buttons, because you know what button I'm hitting. Okay, so I'm going to do this problem. First I got to turn it on. So 2, 7, 8. Now I'm going to hit that degree, minute, second button. Then I'm going to say 5. Then I'm going to hit the same button again. And then I'm going to say 57. And then I'm going to hit that same button again. Okay? Now I will hit the divide by, what was that, 3? 3. Then I'm going to hit my answer. And I get 92 degrees, 41 minutes, and 59 seconds. The same thing that you see right there that I wrote down. Okay? Now, let's say that I want to convert that into decimal. Now, this is a little tricky. Now, every calculator is going to be a little bit different. But if we look at my degrees, minute, second button, which is right there, you see above it, DEG, and then you see this arrow right there. That arrow tells me that I'm going to go back and forth from degrees, minutes, seconds to just simple degrees, which is decimal degrees. So I'm hitting the second function. You can't see that, but it's up in the left corner. So I hit second function, and then I hit that button right there. And as I go back, I get this screen right here. So 92 degrees, 41 minutes, and 59 seconds is the same as 92.699722222. All right? Now, if I wanted to go back the other way, I would hit second again and then hit that button right there, and it brings it right back. So let's just make something up right now. Let's say I've got 85 degrees, let's go with 9.5. So let's say that I've got this angle. Let's add one more 6. All right. Well, what is that in degrees, minutes, second? So I will come here. I will hit the second function. And then this button right here. And that is, oh, I just made it up, so it's not going to be perfect. So it's 85 degrees, 57 minutes, and 31.54 seconds. And then if I wanted to go back, I could hit second and that button again, it'll go back. Now, every calculator operates a little bit differently. This is a straightforward scientific calculator, so the degrees, minutes, second, I just hit that for every increment. So I would hit, if I wanted 74 degrees, I would hit that, 74, and then I would hit that button, and then let's say it was 74 degrees, 56 minutes, I would hit 56, and then that, and then maybe 41 seconds, and then I would hit that. So that button for every single one of them. Now if let's just say, for example, that I have an angle that is 0 degrees, 57 minutes, and 31 seconds, okay? I can't just skip the 0. I have to put the 0 in. I have to hit a 0, then hit that, because there has to be a placeholder, because the first thing that it's going to do is the degrees. And then, I can't remember what I said, 57 minutes I think I said, and 31 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. So it comes out like that. And if I hit the equals, that's what it is. You can't skip. If you have a 0, you have to put the 0 in. Okay, we'll deal more with this kind of stuff. Like I said, every calculator is a little bit different. I know that the TI graphing calculators are very different in the way they do this. You have to find it. You have to find the conversion in the math menu, I think. I would have to have a calculator in front of me. I don't right now. I don't have a TI graphing calculator. Well, at least not one with good batteries in it anyway. So I don't have one to kind of walk you through that. And even the TI-83s and the 84s are a little different in how they work. And I only have an 83 right now. So we will get into that stuff a little bit more.